Good morning everybody and welcome to Rhyme of the Times for the week ending 29th of June 2024. Tory hopes crumble as Gamblegate rumbles. Rishi and Sir Keir have some verbal rough and tumble, but Starmer doesn't stumble. Farage grumbles and isn't very humble, but his ratings slightly tumble. Biden fumbles and mumbles as his mind seems jumbled. Is Assange hero or scumball? Election 24 has had twists and turns, raising little cheer but many concerns. It began in May when heavy rain was raining and will end in July with the Labour Party reigning. Their lead has not been reined in, and moreover, the Tories have been reined on and their party's over. The straw that probably broke the camel's back and ensured there's no way back for Sunak has been the betting scandal that suddenly erupted, making the Tories once again look corrupted. By the end of the week, the saga had evolved with 15 parliamentary officials involved. That includes at least 7 members of the Met who thought it a good idea to have a sneaky bet. The exact election date is what they put their wads on. But was it insider knowledge that made their wagers odds on? Craig Williams and Laura Saunders, 2 Tory candidates, were also suspended because of Gamblegate. From Partygate to Gamblegate and Liz Truss in between, winning voters has been a hard sell for Sunak's team. But in the final television debate on Wednesday night, the PM showed he was still ready for a fight. He went on the attack as if he had nothing to lose. Starmer kept his cool, if looking a little bemused. From what the post-debate polls were able to tell, neither of the leaders did particularly well. So our choice is Starmer or Sunak, SOS, and a member of the audience expressed his distress. A guy with the name of Robert Blackstock asked, "Are you two really the best we've got?" A member of the public with cutting invective, but perhaps he should use a little more perspective, 'cause Rishi and Keir look like a promising twosome compared with what Americans have to choose from. And from Atlanta the very next day, the US presidential battle was underway, with the first debate being hosted by CNN, a familiar rematch between 2 grumpy old men. Team Biden had requested this to show everyone that their man was still in a fit state to run. But in the end he proved that he could barely walk. In fact, he could hardly even talk the talk, as the thread in his head clearly unravelled. The words from his mouth had everyone baffled. At one point the signal completely dropped as the words emitted stuttered, then stopped. A shuddering stop that caused the whole world to shudder. This guy has his hands on the free world rudder. The ones supposed to bring light to a dark world had many moments to cause toes to be curled. There's no more hiding. Biden's gonna take a hiding if Democrats don't quickly start deciding to take their incumbent leader from the fray, notwithstanding he himself has the final say. So Democrats are being forced to come off the fence to finally face up to the clear evidence that Biden's competence is a futile pretense, and someone must quickly make the guy see sense. Because if he stubbornly decides to stay, there could be a very high price to pay. Because the only other runner in this race is also an old and familiar face. Trump at 78 is 3 years Biden's junior, looking in good shape compared to Joe the punier. Trump's mind also seems far from dormant, though it helps when recall of facts ain't important. After the 90 minutes of BS and bluster, the debris was scoured to see what could be mustered. Not so much fact-checking, but fact-finding instead, trying to find any truthful word that Trump said. He spent the night speaking the first thing in his head, while Sleepy Joe looked confused, in need of his bed. Sunak and Starmer on Wednesday had gone toe-to-toe, but on Friday the two men found a common foe. The source was a Channel 4 video filmed undercover that appeared to show a reform activist in Clacton causing a stir by using foul language and a racial slur when giving his opinion of the PM, a rant that was soon being widely condemned. Many suggested Reform UK's mask had slipped. Opponents piled in and Nigel's polling dipped. Budding bigots in the party needed to be nipped, but Farage's wings appeared not to be clipped, because after initially expressing remorse, he very quickly got back up on his horse. He seemed to reflect that remorse ain't a good look, and reverted to his friend Donald Trump's playbook, turning on the establishment, attacking the blob, claiming the video was a put-up job, reporting Channel 4 to the election watchdog, revelling in being the oppressed underdog. He then announced he was boycotting the BBC after his Friday Question Time grilling on TV. Julian Assange's legal battle with the USA finally ended on a Pacific island on Tuesday. The Aussie WikiLeaks founder gave a guilty plea to one charge against him so he could be set free. His 14 years of various incarceration had ended in a court on a US island nation. Had Assange finally achieved his desired success in his crusade in pursuit of freedom of the press? The US state would say no. Others may say yes.